Today I want to demonstrate what happens when you cry in space, because I cry all the time. I'm not going to cry right now, though.
Hey, welcome back. This is the Amish Space Station, and we are about to do another review of our favorite idiot, Sci Man Dan, and he is actually tackling Globebusters concerning the moon. So, you know there's going to be a lot of laughs in here and a lot of stupidity going around here. So, let's get right into it.
While the world is similarly without curvature or motion, such a claim will certainly seem extremely ridiculous to any normal person who's never considered the prospect of a fixed planar world, primarily because we've all been thoroughly conditioned into the steadfast belief that the world is a spinning ball in outer space.
No, we have been taught, not conditioned. It's called an education, and in getting one, you are at the end of a 400-year journey into the knowledge about the natural world. The Morgul continues to talk more about indoctrination and programming before moving on to the objects in our sky.
All right, first up, really want to bring this up first. Number one, I think it's absolutely retarded. It's beyond retarded and stupid and idiotic and freakish to actually talk about any celestial bodies. Because if somebody sits down and they say, hey, can you show me what the shape of the earth is? And the first thing they do is take out a telescope and point to the moon and say, hey, the moon's round, so the earth's round. That shows that their IQ level is in the negatives right there. Second off, yes, it is conditioning. That's exactly what it is. What we are taught in school, like I've mentioned in some of my previous videos, what we have been taught in school is that we have to follow what the teacher says, what the books say, and we have already uncovered for years and years that sometimes the books are not accurate. Similar to how they said the moon was not in our atmosphere 60 years ago, and now they're saying that they were wrong 60 years ago. The moon is actually in our atmosphere. If you don't believe me, you can look that up for yourself. Okay? The point is that we are being conditioned. We have been lied to before, whether they corrected themselves or not 60 years later. It's not like you would know, especially if you were 30 or 40 years old during that time period. Okay? It would have never been corrected in your time period. So, like I said, it is conditioning, and it is being taught stuff in school that may or may not be accurate. And the way that you decide what is accurate is by studying it on your own and actually having a critical mind to look into these things. Let's continue.
It's believed that the circular objects in the sky are extremely distant and very large objects, although nothing could be further from the truth.
Absurd statement. So it's far from the truth because you say it is? No.
Actually, Mr. Script Man Dan, yes, because that is exactly what the heliocentric model is trying to teach, is that the sun is 93 million miles away and 260,000 miles away, and this planet is 1.5 billion light years away. They have no way to measure that. And just because they say they do is not science, and that is not a scientific experiment proving that they can do that. Mr. Idiotic Script Man Dan.
After we've lost sight of the sun, the last thing we should expect to see overhead is the crescent moon. Either waxing or waning, it really makes no difference.
Well, it does, because the waxing crescent appears after sunset, and the waning crescent appears before sunrise, as in my example.
Okay, so here is my example of seeing the moon as a full moon as well as the sun as well at the exact same time. Have a quick look and then I'll address the statement.
Here we are in the shark, and there's the sun setting in the west through the moon, which is almost full. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Cool, it is full pretty much.
Now, I try not to go too far down that rabbit hole of the sun and the moon because it's something that many people don't understand 100%. But there's been a lot of experiments, and I think that it's also up to the viewers of Sci Man Dan, my viewers, etc., to actually look into these experiments, and you will find that it is not the sunlight that is being reflected off of the moon. Okay, the moon is its own light source, and so is the sun. Both are two separate light sources. Both give off different types of heat, and they are completely different. They are polar opposites of each other. And NASA cannot prove that, and they haven't proved it, and that's really the point of this video. Seeing full moons while the sun is actually up, and all of these things that never used to happen years ago from some people's point of view, and other things that disagree with the consensus of what science is today.
So the next time you see a full moon rising and setting well overhead during daylight hours, remember, this debunks the globe Earth theory. The next time you see a slight crescent moon rising and setting well overhead in the middle of the night, remember, this also debunks the globe Earth theory.
Except it doesn't, because you are misunderstanding how moon phases work. That is what's going on here. It's as simple as that. But I'm a fair guy, John. I'm going to give you a chance. You supply me with a photo of the 100% lit full moon passing your zenith at midday, or a picture of a crescent moon passing through your zenith at midnight, then I'll offer a full apology.
There has been countless videos and photographs of the celestial bodies doing very, very strange things at different times throughout the day. And all it really takes is just a simple search for these type of archives and all of the type of videos of what you're looking for. And depending on, where people are, they experience different things. But as you see, Sci Man Dan will never admit to anything, and he will never ever see any kind of flaws in any of his half-baked logic at all. But unfortunately for him, there's enough technology now where we don't have to rely on listening to people spread lies. So that's today's show. This is Amish Space Station. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.